Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm excited to say I'm happy to have an old friend joining
Yes.
us as our guest this morning, Jeffrey Hope. We used to work together at another TV station years ago. One of the best reporters I've ever met, one of the best writers. Now you're teaching the next generation over at Husson.
Correct.
And you're a new author.
I am.
To top it all off. How about that?
And but the best part is I can see you. It's so fun to see my old friends.
Yeah, nice to see you, buddy. It really is. Hey, tell me about your new book. It's about some young kids who want to be professional spies.
That's exactly right. So it's written for 8 to 12-year-olds. It's a very silly book. It's about these two brothers who are growing up in the 70s. They want to be professional spies, but it's never going to happen. They're just kids. They're scheming and doing everything they can. And so something happens. They're a middle-class family, and the dad unexpectedly buys an outboard engine. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, we have a shot at being real spies now. We can go out in the bay, and we can practice stuff. And there's no way the parents are going to let them do that. So there's all this behind-the-scenes scheming. They have a secret club where they meet. All right, so listen, you say this to Dad, and I'll say that. And it's a real story, very silly and fun, versus some of the other middle grade books. There's all kinds of great books, but some of them about kids joining the government and works for the FBI. This is not this.
It's not a dark novel or
no. This is very silly. This is. I tried to think, what does a 10-year-old think like? That's what I tried to do.
So it's not based on your lifetime or anything in reality.
Well,
you lived on the coast of Maine.
I totally grew up on. So there's a couple of real things, and I do want to tell you about the. So there's a rowboat. So this is what a standard rowboat looks like. And in the book, I have a real story about the Tub. And I grew up with a boat called the Tub, and we called it the Tub because she did not deserve a real name. It was a miserable boat to row. I think it had self-esteem issues. I think it just felt bad about itself. It just fought us all the way. And I was thinking the other day, if we ever invent a time machine, and according to the internet, we're like this close.
According to the internet.
I would be horrified to interview the 10-year-old version of myself. It'd be, I'd be so embarrassed, because it would go something like this. You know, we're joined now by 10-year-old Jeffrey Hope, a little tot on Maid Coast and sport. Understand you have a rowboat. You must be very grateful. Yes, yeah, grateful. Sport, you don't sound so grateful. You know, there are kids that don't have a Pop-Tart for breakfast, and you're here sounding ungrateful for a rowboat. Well, the thing is, this is a boat that I think was designed by a plumber because it's a piece of junk. And if my grandmother heard me say that, it would be horrible. I couldn't even listen to it.
Well, isn't that what you're saying now?
Kind of. But I tried to tap into my 10-year-old self, and I hate to admit this, but that's the way my brother and I thought about the Tub. And so that's a very real part of this story, just a boat, a rowboat.
The boat's the antagonist.
Yes, it kind of is.
Right.
So it sounds like it's a funny book. It has a little adventure in it and everything. Where can people get it if they want to buy it?
So you can just ask at any bookstore, but also it's on Amazon, so either way.
For ages 8 through 12.
8 through 12.
Fantastic.
We should say the name of the book, too.
Real spies don't use rowboats. And the reason is, like, we want to be spies. We can't be using rowboats. We need real boats, Dad. And Dad says, that's hilarious. No.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, Jeff, it's so good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We wish you the best of luck with your book. Next time you do another one, let us know.
Absolutely.
Get you right back in here.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeff.
Now we'll send it back over to Conrad for a look at that forecast.